Hi everyone, and today I'm going to be talking about what to expect at basic combat training. I did my basic training at Fort Sill, Oklahoma, and it was very hot and warm because I did it in the summer. And yeah, first week is in processing, and it will literally be the boringest day and week of your life. Like, it will make you rethink all of your decisions. Like, that was the time when the most amount of people in our group actually left and decided they didn't want to do the military. So yeah, it's boring, it's long, it's a lot of sitting, you're getting yelled at, you haven't even started basic training. This is just in processing. But don't get discouraged, just go with the flow. Bring a notebook or write some poems or something while you're waiting, because it's a lot of waiting. You're going to start basic training. And get ready to start basic training at any time. We actually started basic training when we were in processing, which was a huge surprise because we weren't expecting the shark attack, which for the COVID shark attack is basically a shark attack. Like, we didn't hold the bags over our heads, but we did a lot of push-ups, we did a lot of running, we did a lot of carrying things, we dumped out our bags and then lifted them up and then put them down. It's just chaos. So don't expect it to be an easy first day. It's not. It's hard. Yes, drill sergeant, no drill sergeant, and know who your first sergeant is. He will not be wearing the campaign hat. He'll have a normal PC on. So you'll know that's your first sergeant, because I got in trouble for that. I had to do a lot of push-ups. So that's kind of the first week. It's just getting yelled at, finishing and processing. They'll keep on saying, you're gonna get recycled, like, why are you here, type of stuff. So just know that people got recycled. No one in our group got recycled. The ways that people kind of got kicked out of our group, because they try to scare you with that recycling stuff, and it works. It's a motivator. You should be motivated by that to do your best. But the people that got kicked out were people that said bad things and then got reported. So you just need to be a good battle buddy, and you need to not get injured. Like, order stuff off of Amazon. Go to the PX to get stuff for your feet. The rucks are pretty hard, and especially when we got to the forge where we had to walk 10 miles in a tactical march and then a 4-mile. That's the thing. You have to do the forge, which is 10 miles. But after that, you have your squad attacks, which are very physically demanding. You have your rush march, which is crazy. We were doing 10-minute miles with our ILTV on, our ACH on, which is all your body armor, and then your 45-pound ruck. So that was a challenge. So make sure you're getting in shape before you go, because that will help with not getting injured, and that'll help you be ready for all these crazy things. But if you're not in shape, it's okay, because I was not in shape when I left. I actually had to quarantine for 2 weeks because I got COVID before I started, and they didn't let us exercise. So I came into basic very out of shape, and I was able to push through all the pain and really become a stronger person and not get injured, which was great. And yeah, so don't be discouraged if you're not in amazing shape. Just do your best to get in shape before you leave. And when you get there, you'll have plenty of time to memorize the Soldier's Creed and your general orders in the phonetic alphabet. And they'll give you a sheet with, at least my basic training gave us a 4-page knowledge sheet with all kinds of stuff that you need to memorize. And yeah, I would suggest memorizing it. If you don't have everything memorized, don't beat yourself up. If you're trying, they will get you through. But we did at the end actually have an exam. Yes, a written exam of all the stuff. It was write the Soldier's Creed, write the general orders, describe an M4, write the rank structure and all that stuff. And I wouldn't worry about it, because you'll have plenty of time in processing, plenty of time on breaks, and you'll just don't worry about that. You're gonna get it, and when you do the activities too, that will reinforce in your brain the rank structure and all that kind of stuff. So, yeah, I was just learning it, but don't lose sleep because you need sleep. That was my mistake. And then hardest thing for me was learning how to shoot. I never shot a gun before, and the M4 is like a very scary test because they put a lot of pressure. Like, it's the one thing in basic training that if you can't qualify with 23, 23 will set you free. If you can't qualify with 23, you'll automatically be reset, and there's nothing they can do about it. So that was probably the most sickening, stressful couple of days of the whole experience because I wasn't hitting my targets. On zeroing days, I did awesome. I actually zeroed in 15 rounds, which was a mistake, honestly, because I wasn't comfortable. I didn't have a good trigger. Like, I wasn't very comfortable. So I would suggest staying on the range for a while on those zeroing days and just practicing holding it right to you, breathing, your steady trigger squeeze, keeping it right in the pocket of your shoulder, practicing shooting. And I wouldn't stare at your scope super hard. I would look, get your target, get aim center mass, and the squeeze, have a good breathing pattern. Like, I would just not overthink it. Do not overthink quality. Just shoot. That's my biggest advice. Because again, like, they put a lot of stress on you because you're going to be in stressful situations. And they actually gave us a ton of chances, like a lot. It was prone was supported, and then kneeling. And we had to do mag changes after each we had to do mag changes after each set iteration. But you'll be fine. You'll get all the distances. Everyone else is in the same boat. So you got this. You got this. However, I would suggest actually going to the range before you go to basic. Again, I and many people passed finally, but it was just a stressful situation. And a lot of the people that I'd shot prior, the M4, and practiced a little bit, at least a little bit, they didn't have that stress of, oh my gosh, am I even gonna qualify with friends? Like, I am for real. Even if you're the most like person that doesn't like to talk to people, you're like super defensive, you don't trust anyone, you are literally going to make a friend, or 5 or 20. And by the end, I would honestly, like, all those girls, I love all of them. Like, oh my gosh, like, I still keep in touch with them. I have like majority of their Instagrams. Like, they're all amazing people. So basic training, I really think you'll see the worst in everyone and the best in everyone. I definitely saw the worst in me and then the best in me, because you overcome a lot, but at the beginning you're put in such stressful situations that it becomes kind of a survival of the fittest type of thing. And then you realize, okay, I need to push through and also help my battle buddy push through. And we're gonna work together and get through this. So that's the biggest thing, is you really learn a lot, and don't let the drill sergeants get to your head. You're doing great. You're there. You're making that commitment. You're pushing through hard things. So yeah, don't let the drill sergeants put you down. And try to build other people up, because the drill sergeants are putting all of you guys down. And just remember that everyone's in the same boat. You're all pushing to achieve this thing, and you'll be fine. Just have the right mentality and you'll make it through.